back here on pregame. Jacob Wilkins with the hitting coach of the Rumble Ponies, Darin Everson. Eves, thanks for the time.
Good to be here, man.
Let's talk first Stanley Consuegra. Seems like last couple of weeks he's really turned it on, and he breaks through with a big hit last night.
Yeah, he's a guy that came to us with a very little routine, just a lot of flips, that type of thing. And when we started seeing some of the items he was doing, like some chase, some swinging and missing, just wasn't practicing seeing spin a whole lot. So we got into a routine that actually got to see him see spin a lot, out of the hand, off the machine, that type of stuff, and then working different angles. So you need to, when you have problems, you need to set protocols that actually help those problems, because our job as a hitting coach is problem solving. And so with him, we knew it was going to take some time, but we actually saw some success right away, and then now we're seeing more steady success, which is great because as we go forward, like I said, it does take time sometimes. So for him, he's staying on breaking balls more. This series, I've actually had one of their players say that they really like his swing. So that type of stuff is happening. Like how he's using his body to go and get to certain baseballs is a big part of hitting, and he's really improved that.
How about Wyatt Young, 19-game on-base streak? What's the biggest key to his consistency?
I'll tell you what, it's been outstanding. Made a little adjustment with kind of staying over the top with all of his work about 3 weeks ago. So it's been really good. He's been very consistent. He's probably been our most consistent player in terms of work ethic, how he works in the cage, what he wants to get done in the cage. Very focused. He understands who he is. He's not going to try to hit a 3-run homer, but if he gets one, he'll get one. But the idea for him is like get on base, battle the pitcher, hit low line drives. His goal is to hit line drives all the time, and it's showing up.
And Matt Rudick, that 3-for-3 game, reaching base 5 times and capping it off with a walk-off, just seems like he's hitting his stride at the right time.
Yes, he's doing the right things at the right time. He's starting to, we were talking about, he had the shoulder surgery in the offseason. And we were talking, I remember the 100 at-bat mark. I'm like, dude, you've only had 100 at-bats. Your shoulder's still trying to figure out what to do. You got the 200 bats, kind of the same thing. And now we're starting to see him kind of get back to what he was last year a little bit more. A little more bat speed, a little more hard contact, and as we see that just continue to grow, it's been a nice process for him. So I'm very happy for him.
And he's getting the full season this year rather than last year where he got up to the hot start, but it was cut short.
Yes, and to keep him healthy the last 3.5 weeks here, to make sure he goes into the off season being able to just go play and or work out and lift and hit, and not have to go through a rehab process that he had to do. He can do other things like put on some weight, get stronger, all the things that everybody wants to have the opportunity to do in the offseason.
Clifford has that surging start, and then, like everything, it balances out. And now, we see him at the cage with you early.
Yeah.
What have you guys been working on, and how has it paid off?
Again, we added a little tweak to his routine, and just to allow him for a little more flow. So much of it just comes down to our conversations, like what are you feeling, how are you doing, what are you feeling with your load, that type of stuff. He was feeling like he was getting a little stuck on his load. We added a couple things for him, or actually one specific thing, and it just helped loosen him up and try to understand what he can do, where he can do it, which pitches he can do it on. And he's been more consistent. It's been great. I look forward to seeing him have a hot finish the last 3 weeks.
Jalen Palmer told Matt in a pregame interview a few days ago that you saved his career. What does that mean to you?
That's a lot. He's a guy that is tapping into some stuff. Like last year, we made some major changes in season, and it worked. And it got to when he went to AAA, he just tore it up. We talked about that earlier. But the process of him doing the work and understanding that he needed to make a change, I think is a really cool thing that he accepted it. He took it on full force, and now he's just trying to get better and better as he goes through. So he's done all the work. It's just a matter of kind of guiding him in the right direction.
Lastly, you sort of tapped into it with Rudick, but everyone wants to finish the year strong. What's the message in these final few weeks to your hitters as you get towards the end of the season?
Yeah, consistency and making sure that they have all the energy they need for game time. I'm not a big on-field BP guy. You see fewer and fewer players taking BP on the field right now, which I think is a good thing, as long as they're ready to play at 7:05. So for us, it's like that process of him or any other player like taking a little more time where he's not expending so much energy early. He's taking care of his stuff so he's ready at game time. I think that's a big part and then just looking at where guys are at, where are they at with career highs, where are they at, what are they creeping up on, that type of stuff. Because if you can have career highs in a higher level than you were there the previous year, then you're really doing something in the orgs, and other orgs can see that.
Eves, thanks for the time as always. They can't wait to see you in Hartford.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.